wabarakatuh. Our group will present about the topic of total quality management. So, my name is Nurzahirah binti Zaid and
Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm the second presenter named Nurzalina binti Mahayuddin Iskandar Shah, and the last one is
Assalamualaikum, I'm Ummu Nusailah binti Mohamad Taha, will be the last presenter.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now I will start our presentation regarding total quality management. I will present first about the definition of total quality management. So, total quality management can be divided into several definitions. So, the first one is total. Total is that all partners must be included in the process of increase the quality. Quality is to organize all the business activities to aim for having better quality to meet the customer requirement. Next is total quality. Next is management. Management is the leadership by knowledge and behavior, while quality management is making organization to perform and make sure that the whole organization is in fit and effective. While the true definition of total quality management is a management technique based on ideas that all employees continuously improve their ability to provide demand on product and service that customer will find a particular value. So, what is the objective of the total quality management? There are several objectives of total quality management. The first one is to reduce the mistake in all operation costs. Second, to avoid wasted. Third is to increase the flexibilities and profitabilities of the management. Not only that, the objective of TQM also to have better capture and conversions of the customer need and also to reduce the lead time. So, what is actually the benefits of total quality management? There are several benefits by applying total quality management. The first one is the cost reduction. This cost reduction can give benefit to the organization when they apply TQM constantly. This is because by reducing the cost, it will also increase the profitability of the company. Second is productivity improvement. By increase the productivities, employees will spending less time for them to correcting error when they are using total quality management. The third is customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction can be received when the organization produce better product and services, where customer will less giving complaints to the organization. So, because of the levels of satisfaction from the customer is increased, it will lead to the increase in the market share of the organization. And the last benefits of total quality management is morale. This will lead to the employees' improvement in morale, where it will decrease the employees' turnover and cost of hiring and training new employees. So, next I will present about the barriers of total quality management. Not only total quality management give benefit to the organization, but also it can have barrier to implement total quality management. So there are some barriers of total quality management that are, first one is lack of management commitment. So the organization must have a clearly purpose and continuously to communicate to all the personnel management. This is because they must constantly apply the principle of total quality management. Second is lack of continuous training and education. Since total quality management need to do constantly, so the employees must have the training and education that related to the total quality management principle. Third is inadequate uses of empowerment and teamwork. So, based on this barrier, individuals should be empowered to make decisions that will affect the efficiency of the process and satisfaction from the customer. And for the last barriers of total quality management are failure to continuously improve. This is because lack of continuously improvement of the process for the product and services will leave the leader of the pack in the dark. This is because since the QM is a continuously technique, so they must be made sure that they must be continuously improved and consistently apply total quality management. Okay, now under total quality management, there are several principles of total quality management. The principles are customer focus, employees involvement and commitment, process-centered approach, integrated system, strategy and systematic approach, communication, continuous improvement, and also decision making based on facts. Now, I will explain one by one what is actually the principles of total quality management. The first principles of total quality management is customer focus. So, usually, customer will determine how the qualities of our product and services. That's why it is important for us to understand what customer needs and expectation that they want from our product and services. So, this step can be implemented either by first to communicate with the customers to measure their satisfaction, or either to align the organization objective with the customer needs. So, from these first principles of total quality management, the benefit can get from it are more sales and revenue will be received by the organization, and also the organization will have strong customer loyalty from the customer. So, the second principle of total quality management is employee involvement or commitment. So, employee involvement in the development of the product and or services of the organization is to determine the qualities of the product and services. This is because it's difficult to increase the productivities without the total commitment from the employees. So, to implement these principles of total quality management are either to clearly communicate and acknowledge the importance of each individual contribution to the completed product. Second is to create the environment where employees can openly discuss their problem and suggest how to solve that problem. And from this principle also, the organization can have some benefit that are employee will take pride and accountability for what they have done, and also it will enthusiasm for active participation and contribution to continuously improvement by the employee. The third principles of total quality management are process-centered or process approach. So, process are the guiding principle and people will support based on the basis objective that will link to the mission, vision and the strategies of the organization. So, to ensure that the proper steps are taken at the right time, they must ensure the consistency and speed up the production. So, to implement this principle, they need to analyze and measure the current activities to see the improvement and step that can be more created and to be made. And second, they can also create visual action plan to the specific activities so that the completed result can be achieved. While for this principle, the organization can receive benefits such as they will have more consistency and predictable outcome, and also they will be more focused on continuous improvement and success. Okay, so for the fourth principles of the total quality management is integrated system. So everybody in the department should have more understanding of the policy, standard, objective, and the process of the product or service produced. This is because it will help the companies to look for continuous improvement to achieve and edge over the competition. So to implement these principles of total quality management are either to promote work culture that focus more on quality of the product and services, or either they can make training to the employees so that the quality can be improved. So by implement these principles of total quality management, the organization will having some benefits such as they will be more focused on the quality. Because of that, it will help them to achieve the excellence and meet the customer's expectation. Usually, by selling product or services to the customer, we always want customer to be satisfied with what we offer to them. So for the fifth principles of total quality management is strategy and systematic approach. So this principle is where strategic plan must embrace the integration and quality development of the organization, so that to increase the efficiencies of the product or services, multiple process might be incurred to produce the product or services that are more quality. So to implement this principle, they must make continued improvement as a measurable objective for all employees. They must make sure that objective can be achieved by all the employees. Second is to recognize, acknowledge, and reward the innovation and process improvement. So the benefit can receive from this principle are the abilities to quick identify, react, and fix the process, and also to improve the organization capabilities and the performance. So for the sixth principles of the total quality management is continuous improvement. This is where by using the right tools and technique, the organization can develop higher levels of quality. So that to implement these principles of total quality management, they need to recognize, acknowledge, and also encourage innovation to improve the process and development. And also they also need to encourage the employees to participate in the training session to learn and to take new and additional roles. So the benefit that can be received from this principle of total quality management are to improve the knowledge and capabilities so that it will increase the performance of the employees, and also it will improve the goals so that it will strategically align with the organization capabilities and goal. Okay, so for the 7 principles of total quality management are decision making based on fact. This principle is where the decisions are making only based on facts, not from opinion. So the analysis and data gathering are needed to lead to the better decision making. So to implement these principles of total quality management are to use valid method to gather and analyze the data, and also to make the relevant data that are available to the stakeholder. So from this principle of total quality management, the benefit that can be received are the ability to analyze and to defend past decision by referring to the actual analysis only, and also ability to change the past decision based on the data review. So for the last principles of the total quality management is communication. So communication is formulated in line with the mission, vision and the objective of the organization. So in this principle, everybody in the organization need to be aware of the plan, strategies, method and technique that used to achieve the goals of the organization. So the greater risk of failure can be incurred if the good communication plan is not incurred. So to implement these principles of total quality management is to make sure that everybody in every department must understand their roles and responsibilities for them to communicate, and the benefit that they can receive from these principles of total quality management are for them to have more accurate measure of effectiveness of the current policies and procedures, and also for their motivation to the employees to achieve the goals. So I already explained the 8 principles of total quality management that are customer focus, employees involvement or commitment, strategic and systematic approach, process center, integrated system, decision making based on fact only, communication. So that they are the 8 principles of the total quality management. So I will pass to the next presenter.
Next, we're going to see an example of TKM being implemented at McDonald's. First, from the product quality. Product quality of McDonald's can be seen through their ingredients and nutrients. For example, for people who are concerned about the food allergies, McDonald's have combined all the allergen information into the ingredient statement for every menu item so that customers can have one current foundation of the information. The nutrient information are basically gathered from the accredited laboratories, published resources, and also the McDonald's suppliers itself. Second is training. McDonald's put full concentration on its human resources, and they create a link between the quality of a product and the skills of the employee. It seems that when the skills of the employee increase, the quality of a product also could increase. And the staff are being trained accordingly to their job description. For example, if a cashier is trained on how to handle the cash, and if they are the manager, they are trained on how to manage the business operation for McDonald's. The third one is the continuous improvement. The product quality improvement, employee training and development are ways of continuous improvement in all its functions in the organization. When the McDonald's able to fulfill the customer's need and make the product more competitive, it is also considered as continuous improvement. But this principle also depends on other factors such as benchmarking, employee empowerment, and sustain just-in-time inventory. And the last one is the customer satisfaction. McDonald's pay more attention on the satisfaction level of their customers. As I said earlier, if the skills of the employee increase, it could lead to the increase of the customer satisfaction level. And when the workers are well trained, the quality improves and the overall service improves, and there will be no room left for the customer for any dissatisfaction. Now, we go into the cost of quality. First of all, we need to know what is the cost of quality. Cost of quality, or COQ, is defined as a methodology that allows an organization to determine the extent to which its resources are used for activities that prevent poor quality, that appraise the quality of the products or services, and the activities that result from the internal and external failures. There are basically four categories of cost of quality, which are the internal failure cost, external failure cost, appraisal cost, and also the prevention cost. First, we go to the prevention costs. Prevention costs are basically the costs incurred to prevent or avoid the quality problems and to minimize the number of defects at the first place. These costs are associated with the design, implementation, and maintenance of the quality management system. They are planned and incurred before the actual operation of the services or the products. And the prevention costs could include the product or service requirements, which are the costs that are incurred in establishment of specification for incoming materials, processes, finished products, and services. It also includes the cost of quality planning, in which the costs incurred for creation of plans for quality, reliability, operations, production, and inspection. It also includes the quality assurance cost, which is the creation and maintenance of the quality system, and also the training cost, in which the cost incurred in developing, preparing, and maintaining the quality programs. The second one is the appraisal cost. Appraisal costs, also known as inspection costs, and these costs are incurred to identify any defective products before they are shipped to the customers. And these costs are incurred to measure and monitor the activities related to the quality. These costs are associated with the suppliers and customer evaluation of purchased materials, processes, products, and services to ensure that they conform to the specification. For example, if the customer's evaluation is to have a waterproof products, so if the results do not meet the supplier and customer evaluation, which is to be a waterproof product, it would be defined as a defective products. And the identification of the defective product include the maintaining of the inspectors. For example, in the factory production, there are a personnel named QC, which is the quality control, and they are the person reasonable to identify any defective products. And to measure this product, it is helpful to break them into three broad categories. The first one is employee cost, percentage of employee cost. Second one is the percentage of software cost. And the third one is the percentage of equipment cost devoted to these activities. And it may be very costly for some organization. And the inspection cost could include the verification, in which the checking of incoming materials from the suppliers, process setup, and products against agreed specification. It also includes the quality audits. It's the confirmation that the quality system is functioning correctly, and the supplier rating, which the cost for assessment and approval of supplier of products and services. And the third one is the internal failure cost. Internal failure costs are those costs that are incurred to remove defects from the product before the products are being shipped to the customers. And these costs are incurred when the result of work fail to reach design quality standard and are detected right before they are transferred to the customers. And the internal failure costs could include any waste, which is the performance of unnecessary work or holding of stock as a result of error, poor organization, or communication. It could also include scrap, which is the defective product or materials that cannot be repaired, used, or sold. It also includes the rework or rectification, which is the correction of defective materials or errors, and also the failure analysis, which is the activities required establishing the cause of internal products or services failure. And the last one is the external failure costs. External failure costs are the costs associated with defects found after the customer received the product or services. These costs occur when the product or services that fail to reach design quality standard and are not detected until the product are transferred to the customer. And the external failure costs could include the repair and servicing, which both in the with the return product and also those in the field. It also could include the warranty claim, which the failed product that are replaced or service that are reperformed under a guarantee. Complaints, all the works and costs associated with handling and servicing the customer complaint. Also the returns cost, which is the handling and investigation of rejected or recalled products, including the transport costs. Basically, the cost of quality can be represented by the sum of two factors. The first one is the cost of good quality and the second one is the cost of poor quality. The equation can be seen as COG equal to COGQ plus with the COPQ. COGQ stands for cost of good quality and COPQ is stand for the cost of poor quality. Cost of good quality are the costs that companies incur to ensure they are producing quality product and much less likely to be measured by a company. The cost of good quality consists of two different costs, which are appraisal cost AC and prevention cost PC. The equation is COGQ equal to AC plus PC. AC equal to percentage of labor, software and equipment costs focused on appraisal activities, while PC is the percentage of labor, software and equipment costs focused on prevention activities. Next is the cost of poor quality. These are the traditional costs companies measure. Example would include scrap, rework, and return materials. This cost also consists of two different costs, which is the internal failure cost (IFC) and external failure cost (EFC). This can be understood by the following equation, which is a COPQ equal to IFC plus with EFC. IFC, the internal failure cost, equal to scrap cost plus rework cost, while the external failure cost equal to return product cost plus warranty cost and plus product recall cost. And that's all from me. I pass it to the next presenter.
Okay. This is the article that mentioned Toyota Motors is the only company that adopted the total quality management method. Based on the article, Toyota is renowned for its lean production system that focuses on creating the value for the customer by providing the high quality of product with zero defect. By practicing this method, Toyota also has received various prestigious awards such as Deming Application Prize in 1965 and also the Japan Quality Control Award in 1970. Since TQM is based on the concept of customer first, Toyota has kept on improving their product by involving all the employees throughout the organization so they can keep satisfying the customer's need. Toyota also launched the Creative Idea Suggestion System, where the system is to support and also motivate the employee in making effective contribution for the company's development. Statistical quality control also has been introduced, where the purpose of this quality control is to lead to higher quality product and also work, and they want to improve the performance in all aspects throughout the organization. Next, I will explain on the relation of total quality management and environmental cost management. Environment is a natural world as a whole or in a particular geographical area that affected by human activity. 1. Environmental cost management is a new form of accounting that has been developed to enable the organization to control the environmental cost impact from their operation. These are the examples of environmental effect: air pollution, water pollution, manufacturing emission, wetland impact, and also waste disposal. Next is on the total quality environmental management, or we can call as TQEM method. This method is an integration of TQM method with environment management practices that prevent environmental pollution. The purpose of TQM is to ensure the quality of organization and continue to improve the business processes so they can keep on maintaining in satisfying the customer's need. One of the customer's expectation is environmental concerns of business. So, to satisfy the customer, the business need to enhance their processes for a better environmental performance. The concept of TQM we know that is zero defect, and this concept is similar to the environmental management concept, where the environmental is focused more on the waste, where they want to have a zero waste in environmental cost management. Since both quality and also environmental has a similar function, the organization tend to use many tools of quality TQM method in implementing the environmental management system. Thus, the organization decided to integrate the management system by combining both quality and environmental practices, where both will give a positive impact in improve the performance of employee, the customer's perception of the business, and also the company's image. Second is increase the business competitiveness. However, there is a question arise in this topic on whether the company incurred costs or not when they ensure the health of the environment. If yes, should the company manage the costs? Give the reason to that question. The answer is yes, the company will incur costs when they ensure the health of the environment, where the cost is called as environmental costs that include the current and also the future environmental and the labor costs that associated with accounting. Since the company incurred costs, they need to manage the cost effectively in order to increase the overall profitability. There are four ways to manage the cost, to manage the environmental costs. First is integrating the accounting activities, where the company need to control the environmental cost impact that include labor costs, material costs, administrative costs, and also manufacturing costs. Second, environmental priorities. First, the company need to evaluate all the internal and also external operation. And then if the company prioritize on the environment, then the company need to eliminate all the business operation that will give a negative impact for the environment. Third is preventing the environmental damage. Since the cost of recovery for environmental damage can make the company to fail and also about to lawsuit, it is better for the company to prevent it from happen. The company need to educate all the employees throughout the organization in on how to do their job without harming the environment. Last is environmental planning. To have an effective planning, the well-designed team with available resources need to do some effective planning when they need to do some research on of all the possible ramification of the every action of the company might take in future. The environmental planning includes making assessment, studies, evaluating the safety feature and also cost evaluation. Okay, in a conclusion, total quality management is a good method for the company to adopt, and at the same time environmental also good if the company adopt this method, because when the company adopt both quality and also environment, it will give a better strategy for them to have a differentiation and to survive in future.
So that's all for the presentation from our group regarding the topic of total quality management. On behalf of my friend, I would like to thank you for spending your time to watch our video presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.